Imagine sounds from 2,000 years ago, not echoing history, but actively designing your future well-being. What if the ancient resonant hum of a gong holds the secret to unlocking tomorrow's acoustic healing and focus? We're diving into how these primal instruments are being reimagined, not just for meditation, but as cutting-edge tools for a radically new kind of sound wellness. In an era defined by rapid technological acceleration and digital saturation, humanity is simultaneously reaching backward for ancient tools of grounding. Among these, the gong stands apart. Often mocked as a dramatic signal for summoning dinner or ending a boxing match, the gong is, in reality, a sophisticated acoustic technology. It is a complex sound generator that has served as a bridge between the physical and the cerebral for millennia. As we look toward the future of wellness, the gong is not merely surviving, it is evolving. From high-tech metallurgy to soundscapes, the primal echo is being repurposed to solve distinctly modern problems: chronic stress, urban noise pollution, and the fragmentation of attention. This is the dawn of gong futurism, a movement that harmonizes the physics of ancient resonance with the precision of modern science to engineer the acoustic environments of tomorrow. To understand the future of the gong, one must first grasp the physics of its past. The gong is one of the oldest metal instruments in history, with roots tracing back to the Bronze Age in East and Southeast Asia, surfacing in shamanic rituals, royal ceremonies, and early meditative practices. Unlike a piano or a flute, which are designed to produce harmonic, predictable overtones, the gong is an agent of acoustic chaos. When a gong is struck, it does not produce a single note. It generates a fundamental tone that immediately blossoms into a crash of non-harmonic overtones. This phenomenon is known as intermodulation. The frequencies interact, collide, and amplify one another, creating a sound that seems to shift and shimmer even after the physical strike has ended. This long decay and acoustic complexity simulate a sonic envelope that feels three-dimensional. In the ancient world, this was spiritual. In the modern world, it is physics. The gong produces a wide spectrum of sound frequencies, from infrasound, felt as vibration, to ultrasound beyond human hearing, which is why listeners often describe feeling the sound as much as hearing it. A gong produces multiple frequencies simultaneously. When these frequencies interact, they create beats, a rhythmic pulsing of sound volume, constructive and destructive interference. This pulsing is what creates the gong's characteristic wah-wah or shimmering effect, and it is also the mechanism behind binaural beats used in modern therapy. This chaotic complexity is what allows the gong to bypass the brain's analytical centers. The mind, unable to predict the next pattern in the sound wave, surrenders its vigilance, facilitating a shift from active thinking to passive reception. As we transition from the ceremonial to the clinical, the role of the gong is being redefined by data. We are moving from sound healing as a vague spiritual concept to vibroacoustic therapy as a measurable physiological intervention. The gong is becoming a tool for hacking the autonomic nervous system. The primary mechanism driving the gong's efficacy is brainwave entrainment, or the frequency-following response. The human brain has a tendency to synchronize its electrical cycles to the rhythm of external stimuli. Beta state, 14 to 30 Hz, our normal waking state of alert problem-solving. Alpha state, 8 to 13 Hz, relaxed awareness and creativity. Theta state, 4 to 7 Hz, deep meditation and REM sleep. Delta state, 0.5 to 4 Hz, deep, restorative sleep. The complex, pulsing resonance of a gong naturally slows the brain down. A gong bath can shift a listener from a high beta state of anxiety to a theta state of deep relaxation in minutes. This is not magic, it is a physiological response to acoustic pacing. Beyond the brain, the gong acts on the body. The vagus nerve, the longest cranial nerve in the body, regulates the rest and digest parasympathetic system. High-intensity, low-frequency vibrations, like those produced by large-paced or chow gongs, stimulate the vagus nerve, physically forcing the body to downregulate stress responses. Current research into vibroacoustics suggests that sound vibration may also impact pain perception. By flooding the sensory pathways with non-threatening acoustic data, the gong creates a gate control effect, potentially reducing the perception of chronic pain. In healthcare settings, this is leading to the integration of sound therapy in oncology recovery rooms and palliative care, where the goal is non-pharmacological anxiety reduction. The gong of 2030 will not necessarily look like the hammered bronze disc of 1030. Innovation in materials science and computational acoustics is pushing the boundaries of what these instruments can do. Traditional gongs are made of bronze alloys, typically copper and tin. However, modern metallurgists are experimenting with titanium and nickel-silver alloys. Titanium gongs, for instance, offer a distinct, crystalline sustain and are lighter, making them more resonant in the higher frequency ranges. Furthermore, hybrid gongs are emerging. These instruments fuse traditional metal hammering with piezoelectric sensors and transducers. This allows the acoustic vibration of the gong to be captured, processed digitally in real time, and fed back into the room through surround sound systems, creating an infinite loop of resonance that physically immerses the listener without the need for striking the instrument repeatedly with force. The most profound shift is the integration of artificial intelligence. We are approaching the age of bioadaptive sound therapy. Imagine a gong session where the soundscape adjusts in real time to your biometrics. Wearable sensors track your heart rate variability, HRV, and galvanic skin response, stress levels. The system adjusts the frequency delivery, perhaps emphasizing lower delta-inducing pulses if you are hyperaroused, or brighter alpha frequencies if you are fatigued. This moves the gong from a static instrument to a dynamic, responsive therapist. It transforms a passive listening experience into an active dialogue between the biology of the listener and the physics of the sound. As our world becomes noisier, the value of intentional sound increases. We are seeing the rise of gongscapes, the application of gong-like resonance in urban planning and architecture. Urban environments are plagued by broadband noise, the hum of traffic, HVAC systems, and construction. This noise raises cortisol levels. Acousticians are exploring the use of masking soundscapes in public spaces. Rather than silence, which is impossible in a city, architects are installing resonant chambers that emit low-frequency, gong-like drones. These tones occupy the auditory spectrum in a way that masks sharp, intrusive noises, creating a psychoacoustic blanket of calm in busy transit hubs or open-plan offices. The future of gong interaction may not require ears at all. Haptic suits and wearable subwoofers, like the Subpoc or Wooger, allow users to wear the sound. In this scenario, a user could experience a silent gong bath. They wear a haptic vest that transmits the physical vibration of a 38-inch symphonic gong directly into their skeletal structure and muscle tissue, while headphones deliver the audio. This allows for deep vibroacoustic therapy in environments where loud gongs would be disruptive, such as on an airplane or in a shared apartment. The gong of the future is not a rejection of the ancient, it is a validation of it. Science is finally catching up to what shamans knew intuitively: sound is a nutrient. Just as we mind our diet and our light exposure, the wellness culture of the future will demand that we mind our sonic diet. We are moving toward a culture of microdosing sound. Instead of waiting for a monthly hour-long gong bath, individuals will utilize shorter, targeted bursts of resonance. The 5-minute reset, using a small desktop gong or a high-fidelity app to clear the palate of the mind between deep work sessions. Resonant sleep hygiene, replacing white noise machines with complex, organic drone recordings that mimic the decay of a gong to induce faster sleep onset. The evolution of the gong invites us to reclaim our relationship with silence and sound. In a digital world of sharp notifications and compressed audio, the analog sprawling richness of the gong offers a necessary counterweight. It reminds us that we are vibrational beings, sensitive to the frequencies of our environment. Whether through a high-tech haptic vest, an AI-curated sound journey, or the mallet striking the bronze in a yoga studio, the gong remains a portal. It is a technology of the past, echoing loudly into the future, offering a resonant path back to ourselves.